I just need you all to know that I am this is how close I am to ending it all, because I just sat here and recorded like a good amount of footage. Well, at least I thought I was recording. I was just taking pictures in portrait. Hi, welcome back. I really should be welcoming myself back because, but if you're new here, welcome. My name is Abrielle, and I'm a seasonal artist. I say seasonal because, well, this is kind of what happens whenever I try to make art. Yeah, and so a problem with me is finishing an art piece, because if I don't like the way that it's going, it's really hard for me to like keep working on it, or finish it, because at that point I'm like, what's the point? I'm not gonna like it. You know, you must continue anyway. But for me, I was commissioned by a old friend, like in 2020. In 2020, bro. Like, I never wanted to tell anyone this, and now I'm telling however many people this, but it took me almost 2 years to complete this painting, and let me show you why. So here's the first attempt at the painting, and this might have been done like this is the second attempt on this canvas, and then yeah, that was rough. So then I went at it again. This one was honestly almost finished. I just didn't like how it was going. I wasn't working on it, and then I was like, you know what? I tried to continue working on it, but then I just decided, like, okay, I'm just going to have to restart. I'm gonna have to start from scratch if I'm gonna get it looking how I want it to look, because I'm not liking it so far. And now I am left with the final product of this. You know, I had a lot to learn, and I learned a lot. I'm not happy with the anatomy of the horse, but I like how it's come together with everything else included, especially compared to the other two. So keep trying, keep going. If that's one of your blocks, perfectionism like me, just keep doing it. Even though you're not feeling it, keep doing it. So what is art block? Art block can best be described as a period of time when an artist cannot access their creativity and or motivation, akin to writer's block. Fun fact, when I was researching this stuff, I found out that artist block or art block is not an actual term. Like, writer's block is, but artist block is not. I don't know. That's kind of weird. But anyway, so like, have you ever had the urge to create something, but you just can't figure out what you want to create? Or like, you know what you want to create, but you don't have the motivation to sit through the process? These are both like artist block. So what causes art block? I mean, a lot of things can cause art block, but it mostly stems from a mental or physical exhaustion, similar to burnout. Some examples of art blockers can include, but are not limited to, self-doubt. That's a big one. Self-doubt, fear of judgment or criticism, and lack of skill. All right, so now that we got, we still hope. All right, so now that we got all that addressed and covered, how can you overcome art block? Well, first things first, take a breather. Step away from what you're doing. Maybe like go outside, take a walk. Who knows, maybe if your problem is inspiration, you could see something outside that's like, oh my god, I'm gonna create something out of this, and then boom, you know? Or it could just be like a good refresher to your brain, your mind, some fresh oxygen. You know, your blood needs that and shit for your body to work or whatever. Yeah. Now, if taking a breather doesn't work, maybe just take a full-on break. This mainly applies if art is something that you do full-time and like you're just constantly creating. Everybody needs a break. It doesn't matter what you do in life, everybody needs to take a break, or you will experience burnout, and burnout is going to lead to a block. And if you're blocked, well, what's the point? You can't do anything. Take care of yourself. Go get a massage. Okay, maybe not go get a massage, but like, you know, do some at-home self-care treatments and shit like that, and just get yourself back in the groove. Get yourself back grounded. Do a little meditation, and yeah. This shaking shit. If you're one of those individuals who is just like, the grind doesn't stop, I gotta work hard every day, just think of it this way. What good is a worn out scrunchie? Ponytail holders can't return to their original form, but we are resilient. We are like these. We are not scrunchies. And no matter how low the lows are, you will always return back. Just don't continue to stretch yourself out, because then you have no chance to return to your original form. Another way to help overcome your art block is to reorganize. Look at the place where you create your art, whatever kind of art you may create, and ask yourself, like, does this motivate me? Does this inspire me? Or does this make my brain go everywhere? Does it stress me out? I think it's very important to even have a space where you know it's like your designated area for creating. Don't let it just be anywhere, because just anywhere is not set in stone, and not set in stone is just things in the air is not good for any kind of, I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. So like for me, I used to have my desk that's behind me, like with all my art stuff, in my second bedroom. My second bedroom used to be what I called the media room, which is like what was my designated area to just create anything. I had like I still have backdrop in there for photography, just media, you know, whatever. And I never used it, because it was an entirely separate room that I had to go to, rather than like in my bedroom where I spend all my time. This is still a space, like it's in my bedroom, but it's still its own space. But it's not a space that's so far away that I'm not gonna even use it, or it's not going to motivate me every day. I'm not gonna wake up and see it. I gotta go out of my way. I gotta have my motivation somewhere else to even lead me into the area. So I moved everything in here. I moved everything in here before I even had a roommate. And yeah, it's been really great. I've created way more than the year. I literally had that room set up for a year with like art stuff, and I was painting sometimes, but not really until I brought my stuff in here, made it a little bit like more organized, and it tickles something, you know, like it scratches. I don't know. Just get your shit together and looking nice to where it motivates you to create. Another thing to help your art block, join your community, the people that are in your community. See what they're doing. Involve yourself with what other artistic folks are doing. There is nothing that motivates me more than big accounts or people who are like I'm acquaintances with that are just doing things very big for their careers artistically. And you know, seeing their work on Instagram or any kind of social media that I might be on, it is very motivating to me. I understand some people see that kind of stuff and they feel jealousy, they feel hatred, they feel, you know, all these negative things, and that's because due to like a lack of confidence within themselves. They don't think they can do that thing, so it makes them angry. Rather than letting this inspire and motivate you, like, oh, they can do it, I can most definitely do it. Believe it or not, I believe the majority of the art community doesn't, I don't want to get attacked for saying this, but it's like they don't necessarily exactly have or were born with the greatest artistic capabilities or like artistic skills. It came with practice and consistency, and now they're, you know, anybody can do it. That's what I'm trying to say. Anybody can do it. Anybody can be great. You just gotta apply yourself. Also, surround yourself with people doing better than yourself. That goes for any part of life, but like especially with art, because if you're looking at people who are doing the same kind of art as you, how are you gonna grow that way, you know? I mean, maybe, but not as much as seeing people who are in places that you want to be. You know, you just watch, and then so that you can take those same steps. You know what I mean? But besides all that, this stuff really motivates me. It can spark ideas in my mind, like, oh, I can do this way, or maybe draw something that someone else has drawn, but do it in your own style. You don't even have to like think that much, just alter things, you know? But also with having friends in the art community, for me, I have ADHD, so there's this thing called body doubling, and it's like when you've got someone else, when you're in someone else's presence, you kind of, I don't know how to explain it, but seeing them do their own thing kind of gives you the motivation to do your own thing. It's weird, and if you understand, the girlies who get it, okay? But I feel like that kind of goes with art very well. If you're around someone else who is drawing, then like you might as well pick up a book and doodle, sketch, and then that turns into something much bigger. It's almost like the way I think about it is when you're on the phone with someone. I don't do this these days. This is back when I was younger, because I don't talk on the phone with anybody. But when you're like talking on the phone and then you're walking around the house doing literally like the most random things, I feel like it's like that. Just being someone else's presence kind of pushes your pedals, you know? Okay, so this tip kind of goes with the earlier things of like take a breather or take a break. Along with taking a break, maybe try something new, something that you don't usually do. So like, let's say you usually paint, maybe try to, I don't know, do ink, do a different type of medium, do maybe not even art. Like whenever I am wanting to create but I can't really get in the mood, I'll pick up my ukulele. It's in the living room right now where I play it, but I pick up my ukulele, and because my ukulele, although it was hard to learn at first and it took a lot of time for me to learn, now I pretty much have it down. I can learn songs easily. I already know songs, so I can like play through those and get my dopamine fix, and then I'm good to go for creating. Well, sometimes. Pick up something new, maybe like knitting or making rugs, making candy. Do something else that will get you that dopamine hit quicker than the outcome that you are expecting for the art project that you're working on. Another tip, trick, hack, whatever, is to keep a sketchbook with you. Excuse me, I've been having this weird hiccup burp combination all day. It's like trying to kill me. Okay, fuck. Keep a sketchbook with you. You never know when inspiration is going to strike. You don't know when motivation is gonna strike. Like you might just be out in public, you're away from home, away from your supplies, and you're like, oh my god. Sometimes writing that idea down like in your phone or whatever just is not going to work. You're not gonna have that same feeling that you're having in that moment that you're gonna have like 3 hours later whenever you're in a spot to, or back in your area for creating. Now I know this kind of contradicts what I said earlier about needing a grounded space for creating, but it is also still very healthy for you to get out of that grounded space and create elsewhere, because it strikes new ideas, it strikes new inspiration. That's the word I'm looking for. New inspiration. You find new inspiration whenever you go into new places, and it's a chance to honestly hit almost every like other tip that I've covered, such as taking a breather, connecting with other art people. That made a lot more sense in my head, but whatever. Yeah, keep a book on you, whatever size that you can comfortably carry on your person, or in your car, in your purse, in your bag, whatever you got, so that you're always equipped for greatness. If your block seems to stem from a lack of skill, shit, bitch, get it together. Ain't shit funny. If your block seems to stem from a lack of skill, focus on the one specific subject. Like, let's say you've got this grand idea to draw, I don't know, like rainbow cats in space and shit. Well, if you don't know how to draw cats, then how are you gonna do all this other extra shit? You need to first focus on drawing one specific subject, but like focus on drawing it literally in every way possible, in every position possible, in every style possible, in everything possible. Just fill up pages with practice, and then that is going to make these bigger pieces that you're envisioning so much easier to create. Like for my horse painting, if I would have individually practiced painting grass, individually practiced painting clouds, sky, sun, horse, that painting would have gone so much smoother for me. But it was something that I just took on. I was like, yeah, I'll do that. No, I've never drawn or painted a horse before, but shit, fuck it. I could have used at least like 3 weeks to just practice those different elements of the painting. But you know, you don't learn shit until after the fact, so hey. But I learned, right? Now we're gonna flip the coin. Why does my ear sound like popcorn? So why is my brain like there's nothing there? There's just nothing. There's nothing there. Okay, if you're like me and there is nothing there, then abstract. Do abstract work. Just let your hand do whatever it wants, and whatever comes out of it is what comes out of it. And honestly, you are probably not going to like your first outcome, but you might like that inspiration. That inspiration might hit, and then it will turn into something greater. You can either turn that piece into something greater, or that piece will motivate you, inspire you to make something else that will be great. And it's also like sometimes I just want the feeling of painting. I really like the feeling of a loaded paintbrush on a primed canvas and just watching the stroke, I guess. I don't know. I love that shit, but sometimes I can't really get that feeling if I'm trying to be precise in a piece. Doing abstract work lets you do that, and it gives you that freedom. So yeah. All right. Last but most certainly not least, in fact, it is the most important, like I was saying before, the most important tip that I can give you is to take care of yourself. Relax, take a shower, drink some tea, go for a run. Do whatever you do to get yourself out of a rut normally. Don't even think about creating. Don't even think about your art or whatever you've got to do. Just focus on self. Only self. Let that anxiety about what you're wanting to create like just fade into the background until it's gone, because you can't really create with it there. Take care of yourself, your well-being, your physical and mental well-being, and great things will come. Remember, there can't be a rainbow without a storm, so let it rain, I guess. I don't know. I hope this video was informative. I hope someone is able to create after a period of not being able to. I hope this helps someone do something. I honestly hope it helps me, because I have in the 2 months that I've been gone not making videos, like I have been creating art. In fact, look what I created. Or I've actually finished this piece, and I used the body doubling tip that I literally mentioned earlier in order to finish it. Something I can say, so this is the piece. We love Pierce the Veil over here. Something I can say though is, like, whenever you're around someone and talking to someone while you're, you know, drawing or doing whatever you're doing, it makes doing like tedious work and tedious details a lot easier, because you're getting the not so fun stuff out of the way while your brain is distracted with something else at the same time. I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah. Anyway, thank you guys for watching me, and I hope y'all create great things. Follow my Artstagram, and yeah.